Anyway, today I'm going to be reviewing Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. And there'll be reviews of Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 coming soon as well as Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and a bunch more Sonic content. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin with Sonic 1. Just gonna move this out of the way. Alright, so let's talk about the extra features this version adds. Of course, you got the main game, time attack, achievements, leaderboards, and settings in which you could do a bunch of things. Like turn the spin dash on or off. You could choose the box art between Japanese, US, or Europe. And you could change the controls by changing the D-pad and where it's located, as well as how opaque the D-pad is. Pretty neat stuff. And of course, the credits. Now, I've defeated this game a lot. However, if you see the lock icon on Time Attack, it's because I recently got a new phone and reinstalled the apps on to my new iPhone. So, yeah, I'm just gonna start a new game. Well, actually, I'll do no save mode. And you can unlock Tails by defeating the game once, and Knuckles by collecting the Chaos Emeralds and defeating the game once. Anyway, so yeah. Anyway, there's some more secrets I could show you later if you start up no save mode, which are pretty neat secrets. So, let's begin the main game. In Sonic 1, if you don't know, the 16-bit version, you have some awesome music to start off an awesome level, Green Hill Zone. Divided into 3 sections, Act 1, 2, and 3. Act 1, which I'm playing right now, is a regular level. Act 2 is a regular level. Act 3 is a level plus a boss at the end. Well, a shorter level than a boss at the end. Yeah. Anyway, this level is pretty short, but it's definitely enjoyable with great music. And seems pretty lively. Look at the clouds. It's pretty cool. They're moving and stuff. Neat little details. I don't think that was in the original, but I believe the Christian Whitehead port, they fixed that. The background, it's pretty good for considering it came out in 91, but still. Anyway, I cleared Act 1. And by the way, this is a review, not a full playthrough. I'm just going to be showing off different sections of the game. Here are the special stages, the way you collect the Chaos Emeralds in the early Sonic games, and some of the Dreamcast Sonic games. However, these special stages are pretty annoying. But the music is pretty good. However, it's the same for every single special stage, which is sort of stupid. Oh man, no. Come on! Man, it's sort of hard to control because the stage itself... No! Oh man. But anyway, you try to get to the center and collect the Chaos Emeralds. And with that, the special stage is finished. Well, not finished, but I showed off Special Stage 1 and finished Green Hill Zone 1. I'm not going to be showing all the levels because I'm pretty sure there's enough footage already of Sonic for the Sega Genesis online already. After this zone, there is Marble Zone, which is you have to take your time on that level. It relies more on precision platforming. Oh, man, I hate that stupid robot. The most annoying enemy in the game. Other than a couple of the bosses, even though they're not hard, they're just annoying. So yeah. This game does a really good job of showing off the 8-bit music. And has it's a really well presented game, especially in the port with a smooth 60 frames per second. And I haven't seen slowdown yet, or at least any major slowdown. And with that, we're finished with Zone 2. But as I was saying, next is Marble's Zone, which I'm not gonna show off in this video due to time. But it's, like I said, more precision platforming in a labyrinth. Well, not a labyrinth, like in a underground fortress type of thing with a lot of lava. So that's annoying. But yeah, the game itself controls pretty well. For the most part. Anyway. Then afterwards, there's Springyard Zone, which is an early version, basically, of Casino Night Zone. Except, it's not as big as Casino Night Zone. It's got a bunch of bumpers in it, and it's a combination of Marble Hill... why'd I say Marble Hill? Marble Zone and Green Hill Zone. As in, it relies on speed and platforming. Then after is Labyrinth Zone, a water level, which is a bit annoying, but, whatever. But it controls pretty well, but it has weird physics. Then, after that, is Springyard Zone, one of my favorite zones, other than Green Hill and Springyard. Then, after that, there is Scrap Ring Zone, which is a robotic, like a plant of sort, like a robotic manufacturing plant or something like that. It's pretty hard your first time playing, but afterwards you get used to it. Of course I get hit by that. Anyway, what you have to try to do, and I'm not doing very well, is jump on the platforms and jump over the wrecking ball. Hit him enough times, and 8 times to be exact. And bam. Alright, just gotta get a few more hits on him, I think. Or a lot, I don't know. Once you get oh, okay, just a few more. Alright, so after getting enough hits on him, you'll hit the capsule, and bam, you're done with the zone. And then, as I was saying, after Scrap Brain, there's the final zone. Well, Scrap Brain Zone 3 is actually more like Labyrinth Zone Act 4. But then after is the final zone, which is basically just the final boss, which I think is really a really interesting final boss. And then after you defeat the final boss, you can either, when Eggman flies off, you can either let Eggman fly off or destroy the egg ship. But either way, if you don't collect all 6 Chaos Emeralds, you will get the bad ending. Yes, 6. In this game, there were not 7, but 6. And this, yeah, so that's basically all the game's levels. The game controls, like I said earlier, pretty well. It feels really, really smooth. It feels like, I don't know, it feels brand new with the iOS port of things. Christian Whitehead does a really good job of porting and remastering Sonic games. So yeah, and the glitches in the original Genesis version, I've rarely encountered. Only like once or twice have I encountered in this Christian Whitehead version. And now on to Sonic 2. Alright. On to Sonic 2. Sonic 2 is the direct sequel to, well, the Genesis version of Sonic 2 is the direct sequel to the Genesis version of Sonic 1. As you all know, there's Sonic and Tails. I'm gonna start with no save mode. And as you could see, you could choose between Sonic or Tails, which unlike in the original Sonic 2, Tails can actually fly. Or Knuckles, or just Sonic. And this game was famous, other than introducing Tails and having awesome, great levels, well, better design levels, it also introduced the spin dash. Unlike in Sonic CD, which I reviewed earlier, it's your traditional spin dash, basically. Just press down, hold, let go. Better than the CD spin dash, for sure. The graphics seem to be a bit improved, and the backgrounds seem to be a bit more detailed, which I like. And you could see the water rippling in the background, which is really unique touch. And yeah, I got one up. Anyway, this game also added a few more animations to Sonic as well, and made him a bit faster. And with that, we complete Emerald Hill Act 1. Yeah, this game has a lot of levels. It's quite long. It's quite long for a classic Sonic game. Well, sort of long. So, there's Emerald Hill Zone 1 and 2. There is... I forgot what's after that. Oh yeah, Chemical Plant. Then after that is Aquatic Ruins, I believe. Then Casino Night Zone. Then after that, Mystic Cave, I think. Then Oil Ocean. Sorry if I forget a few. Then there is Wing Fortress Zone. Or is it... Wait, No, Sky Fortress, I think. And there's one more level I forgot. The one where you're on a plane. And, of course, the final level, the Death Egg Zone. Sorry, I can't remember all the levels right now. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite... Oh, and Metropolis Zone. Quite a long game. And with that, we defeat the boss. The bosses in this game, most of them, other than the Death Egg Robot, are pretty much pushovers. Oh, and this game, in this version, I forgot to mention, they added a secret zone. As you can see in Time Attack mode... What zones did I forget? Oh, I forgot Hilltop Zone. Hidden Palace Zone. A zone that was cut out of the original Sonic 2 and one of the only levels, and one act level, that you had to access through... Did I mispronounce it? Mystic Cave. I said Mystic Cavern or something. Anyway, you have to access it through Act 2 of Mystic Cave Zone. So, I'll show you off Hidden Palace Zone. Alright. Go to... I wonder if you can access it through Time Attack. Hold on, let me try that real quick. Act 2. Alright. And the music also took a step up as well. Similar to the presentation, it's improved a lot from its predecessor. This game overall feels more fluid than Sonic 1. And I like it quite a bit more, to be frank. However, this game has its faults too. Like, some of the enemy placement's a little annoying, and a couple of enemies are really annoying. But yeah, it's a pretty overall great game. I advise you finish it all the way through, or at least attempt to. You don't, in my opinion though, I don't think you should try to collect all of Chaos Emeralds, because if you're playing it for the first time, that could have been where it was. I think that was. Alright. But yeah, Sonic 2 overall is a pretty great game. Just, it has a couple of annoying enemies and different things like that. But the music overall is a step up. The presentation's a step up. the gameplay is quite a bit better and faster. It still relies on platforming, but not as much, so it feels more like a classic Sonic game. Overall, my second favorite, well, if you count Sonic 4, yeah, it's my second favorite. Then Sonic 4 is my third favorite. My first favorite classic Sonic game is Sonic CD, due to how unique it is and how fun it is. But I still respect Sonic 2, and I still think it's fun. And I play it a lot. Probably a few times a week. So yeah, I advise you check this game out. It's on iOS OS for the Christian Whitehead version. The other versions are on PC, through Steam. Let's see. I think they're on some websites also. What else? It's on the PlayStation 3 through the PSN and the Ultimate Genesis Collection. And also on the PS2 and Xbox, or just PS2, I'm not for sure, through the Mega Collection Plus. As well as on the Genesis, obviously. An 8-bit version, which has different levels and a different story. But still pretty gnarly, which I've tried out. And I think it's pretty fun from what I've played of it. On the Master System and Game Gear. And I believe, yes, this was re-released on the DS and 3DS and the Wii Virtual Console. So yeah. If you're a Sonic fan, there's no excuse to not play this game. It's a great game, and it's on a bunch of consoles, unless you don't have any money. So yeah. I rate this game an 8 out of 10. Not the best classic Sonic game, but nonetheless worth checking out for sure. And to finish off this review, the special stages. The most annoying of the bunch, but still somewhat fun, even though annoying. So, for the special stages, you have to reach the checkpoint and jump into it with 50 rings. Then collect a certain number of rings, which it posts on the top, like right there. Oh, sorry, you couldn't see my thumb, but on the top of the screen. And you have to try to collect that many to continue on. And complete all 3 sections, or 2 or 3, I'm not for sure. I think the 3. That way you could get the Chaos Emerald. And in this game, it was the first game with 7 Chaos Emeralds. And with Super Sonic, so yeah, pretty neat. I collected enough rings. Alright, one more section. I'll finish off this special stage and end the video. Or try to finish the special stage. Come on, almost there. And with that, collect the first Chaos Emerald and end this review. Alright guys, I'll see you guys later with the reviews of Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2, and Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and many more Sonic games.